broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning and welcome to the Hypto cryptocurrency review. And remember, this is not advice. Let's look at cryptocurrencies which have unusual risks and unusually high risks. I'm David Hunt from profithunters.com.au for Wednesday, the 22nd of November, 2017. Okay, so currently, yesterday we managed to see it up to a high of 8,354. It's towards about 8,500. So a rough guess, that's okay. We've had an outside reversal day, and the reason that they said it sold off yesterday was because $30 million worth of Tether tokens were stolen. Now, Tether is different to Bitcoin, so why that affected price of Bitcoin, I'm kind of a little bit perplexed, but that's my normal way of being perplexed. So this high here, it said 82,292. We saw a different prices in other areas. 8,772 also important areas. So 83.40, 84.40. So let's have a look at, see whether we can see anything. It struck. We saw it closing on its highs yesterday and then getting knocked down. This is delayed data. We can see dips to buy would be down to around about 70 weekly charts. Let's look a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see the charts okay. There's a screen sharing happening. Yeah, okay. Short screen, the right one. Okay. The trouble is this is more live data. So where we could expect it to pull back down to would be around about 7,600 or 7,500 even. Had a good move, but I do think that it's getting a little bit tired. We've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs a bigger correction. Something like that yesterday when it broke here, we were looking down towards about 75 or 7,600. It didn't quite get there. Ethereum is probably still flavor of the month at the moment. It's come out of its base very well. Let's look on the monthly charts. We can see I did think it would go to 380. So far it's gone to 374. That's probably, it could come back on the monthlies down to 320, but notice volume just picking up a bit. So if you're long Ethereum, stop is still below 280 longer term and below 300 medium term. It's had great volume, so we should be looking to buy dips at it. Looking on the weekly charts, we see it's made a slight, so we'd be looking for a close above 2 on a weekly basis. That's not doing it. So it's a bit of a profit-taking zone. I know a couple of Profit Hunter Group members who went long this have taken some profit. And we see on the dailies also a little bit of overdone, but you know, it could come back on around about 1.7, even 1.5. That would be a nice area for buying in. Notice volume has increased as it's got into this area, so people are selling out. Ripple. What we're seeing on Ripple is $24.50. At the moment, probably a little bit more confusion. Notice the way it's been drifting up after this. Eventually, it should hit the 27.5 again. Maybe interest in Ripple. Stop loss below 21 cents at the Dash. We can see, again, kind of a five-wave structure, getting a little bit tired, but not terribly tired. Volume is still good. If you're long and you want a tight stop, have it at 437. Also still good. Stop loss should be below 127 on Monero. Neo, a good strong pullback, and it's now worthy of buying around about now, or if it can break up again above $38.45, stop loss below $32. Write that down because that's of interest. Monero. This is interesting. It's come back down in the right way. So it's a buy with a stop loss below 31, 48 or 50 on the top side, new line. Had an outside reversal day. It's a little bit confused, a little bit stunned, and I would allow it to drop back down to 7,500 or 7,600 before buying with a stop loss 200, new line. Ethereum, new line. This is stronger than Bitcoin, but it's still living inside. We did think it would get to 380, maybe, and its high so far is 374. So if it came back down to about 344, that would be normal, new line. Litecoin, new line. Litecoin also got stopped a little bit by volume and probably will churn back down to about 68 or 67, new line. EOS is having $2 area, not closing above there. It's got a bit of a five-wave structure and should come back down to $1.70 or $1.50 for a buying opportunity again, new line. Stop losses should be below $1.30, new line. Neo, new line. This is corrective in nature and should be bought on a break above $38 or now with a stop loss below $30, new line. You could probably nibble on some now. IOTA, new line. This little washout and tail yesterday gave some opportunities. Notice that this is a fourth wave, so we don't want it to close below 70. So that's where your stop loss is if you are buying new line. Z Cash. Again, this will probably churn. We've seen A, B, C. If you're long, have a stop loss below $280. Normally, these sort of patterns do not break down, but higher eventually. So $310 is a breakout. You can buy that with a stop loss below $290. Now, yesterday I started to get involved and interested in split offs, the fork currencies. I think they're going to come back into fashion. Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin Gold has attracted good volume now. It's retested the base, and a stop loss below $160 makes sense. Towards $320 and $400 on this move, new line. It is now attracting some volume. Currently, we can see we can buy a break up above $246 with a stop loss below $224. Bitcoin Cash. Currently, we see Bitcoin Cash as being a bit moribund. But as I said yesterday, if it takes out 1260, this is good. You can buy it with a stop loss below 1125. We notice a little bit of volume creeping in there, but it hasn't broken. An early adopter breakout would be a buyer breakup above 1225. Looking at the Bitcoin AUD price, BTC AUD, we can see that down around about 10,800 is a bit of a buying area. So if you were looking to buy some, it would be, the first stop would be 10,800. And if you wanted to wait, you might see 10,000. So if you wish to enter into Bitcoin, down around there would be probably the best in Aussie dollars. Okay, let's go down and have a look at the beautiful and lovely commodities.